And we're back.
Yeah, Matt, you look a bit different. So
my name's not Matt. You can see that though, right?
But this is Bob. So this is the first time we're both co-hosting. So
yeah. It's not my first time doing League in the last 24 hours either. Just did League last night for those who watched Indiana Tech. It was not our night against Illinois Tech. But moving on from that, they are playing Cleary right now. Let's jump into the game because they're 18 minutes in. We were able to get in fast.
Yeah, get in fast.
Here we go. So you can see this is a slaughter immediately here in game one. Indiana Tech in the red, Cleary in the blue. It is still WHAC. Indiana Tech, I think, is undefeated in WHAC so far this season. They haven't lost. Take a look at what the comp is here for Indiana Tech. You've got Ping on the Thresh. You got Icy Ice Baby playing the Jinx, favorite of his. You've got Ari for Raid Boss, which is a champ that we've seen Raid Boss play a lot. Bo playing Lee Sin. That's another classic for him. And Bandit Boy playing the Gwen. On the side of Cleary, there's a lot of death counters up, and the images are a little small for me to see. What I do know is they have a Cho'Gath. They do have a Draven. They have a Nautilus.
Man. They also have a Jarvan and a Azir. So yeah.
Really see, this is why Marcus is here. For those who saw it yesterday, I have a little bit of knowledge in League. I'm pretty stupid though, and I don't remember what things look like. Speaking of, I do know what this looks like though. This looks like
winning for us, to be honest. So So this was a very quick match.
Congratulations. There's game one.
Yeah, that's game one. Yes, that's game one. You know,
like I said, we're jumping in quick. Things move fast here.
That's other domination from them. So there's nothing that we could control in our hands. So
forfeits happen. We had to do a quick switcheroo. We didn't even know if we were going to be able to get League going in time. But we did. The Warriors take game one. You can see, or you could see, the kills were 23-5. Objective bounties were up, which obviously, for those who know League, if you see that little message come at the top of your screen saying objective bounties are available soon, that's a bad thing if you're the team that's down. That's a really, really bad thing, because now the game is doing everything it can to get you back into the game by giving you more gold for doing the things you're supposed to be doing anyways. The Warriors take game one here. I really hate to do this to you guys because I feel like we've done nothing but sit at breaks.
Yeah, sit at breaks
the entire time.
Hey, but at least you're enjoying last night's VOD.
Yeah, you'll see last night's VOD, which is also conveniently League of Legends.
League of Legends again.
Again, we don't talk about the result against Illinois Tech, but it will be going. We're going to take one more. I promise you, one more quick break. We'll get things set up for game two, and we'll get rolling. We'll see you guys in just a minute.
Well, we are back here for game two of almost at Valor, but it's League of Legends, so yeah.
Despite what the thing, directionally challenged, right around here. No, we're in game two. The Warriors up 1-0. We are starting the draft right about now, so we'll get you over to that real quick. As you see, it's not a normal draft screen because they are not using the website that we're used to using. So you guys just straight up get to see the in-game draft screen. You can see some bans coming out. The Lee Sin, the Ari for Cleary. For Indiana Tech, that is a Hui and a Mumu getting banned. Thresh also off the board. I also do have something else to report, that our usual support Ping is swapping with Raid Boss in the mid. So Raid Boss is going to support, Ping will be going to mid in this game. I think you have to report that to the other team when you do stuff like that.
But he has been practicing in the mid lately, so I'm excited to see what hero posts he's going to play. We do see a Vigar ban here for Indiana Tech, so
these are not the standard bans that I'm used to seeing. I mean, the champions that Cleary is banning is literally the champions that just mopped him the last game, which I can't blame them for. I do that in my own rankings and still lose.
They probably have like a certain player that has a decent champ pool, so that's why Indiana Tech wants to ban this. So
I mean, we saw last night against Illinois Tech. If you watch the VOD, they spent 4 of their bans on top laners, and then game 2 it was, if I remember right, Gragas, they banned Renekton, they banned Garen, and I can't remember the 4th champion they banned, but they banned 4 top laners off of the pool from Bandit Boy in the top lane. As you can see, Malphite the first pick. Malphite can go, if I remember right, jungle or mid.
Yeah, he can go. He's mostly a top laner. So,
is he a top laner? Okay.
Yeah,
see, and there's the Jinx again.
Yeah, there's a Jinx.
We know who that's going for.
Yeah, there's a Jinx and Nautilus. So we're gonna see King George or Raid Boss. I bet.
Raid Boss.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Old names. Names.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah.
The not going. That's 100% a support pick. Cleary, we'll see who they go for. They have the next 2 picks. Indiana Tech gets the last pick here for the first 3.
We see a
Shaco.
Interesting. This is probably the first time I ever see a Shaco in competitive.
I think this is the first time we've seen Shaco on stream all season. I've seen all their replays, all their scoreboards. Zareth also picked for Cleary.
Clearly, it seems like they're going for a heavy AP here on their side. So
I can't remember a time this year the Warriors have either seen a Shaco in a lobby, period. Nonetheless, played against one. Diana picked for Indiana Tech as well. That, I believe, is a mid laner. I may be incorrect.
It could also go, it's mostly a mid laner, but it could also go a jungle. So
it's
pretty. So it's basically like a flex pick here. So we'll see where it goes here.
Then we get the next set of bans coming up here, and then obviously for those who know League, I know most of you were Valorant watchers coming in. Draven, by the way, the first ban for the Warriors. For League, you have a 3-minute spectate delay between the draft, so we'll have a quick break. There goes the Gwen as well. It's literally the exact line that the Warriors played in the last game, minus the Jinx getting banned.
They're kind of afraid of that picks, and they don't have any answer for none of them.
I mean, I can't blame you. Was that like an 18 to 20 minute game? It was a fast game.
It was a 20-minute game, so
it
was a very
game.
long game. So
very, very fast game. Just waiting on the last ban. Braum is now off the board. Cleary will get the final ban. We'll see what they go for here. I don't understand mechanics of draft when it comes to League. I don't play at that level, so I couldn't tell you what they're possibly thinking. I can just tell you they're thinking. I don't know about what.
I'm pretty sure they just probably know. They look at their op.ggs and see like what they usually play. So that's kind of usually how it goes. And we see a Soraka ban.
That's another champion that I do not see played very often. Haven't seen played this season.
Believe it or not, Soraka is kind of OP in the support lane, but
I see her a lot in my lower level games. A Yorick coming out. That is gonna be Bandit Boy's pick. Well, we know we're gonna see a Bandit Boy Yorick, which I think we've seen once or twice this season, and well, I can't really say any of it's gone bad aside from the Illinois Tech series, because everything's gone well. Ezreal looks like they're hovering here for Cleary as well. They have 3 seconds to either swap or lock it in. It looks like Ezreal's getting locked in. That's definitely going to be their bot laner. They're going Ezreal Zyra. And no, Blitzcrank, never mind. We're getting trolled here. And then they go back to Zyra.
Interesting comp, We see Cleary are very heavy. Their only AD is like their Ezreal, so this Ezreal needs to carry this if he wants to go to a map 3, but...
And Nidalee is going to the mid. So, there's your draft. You see Malphite, Shaco, Zareth, Ezreal, and Zyra picked for Cleary. For Indiana Tech, Yorick, Nidalee, who is going to be not our usual sight in ping, playing mid lane. I think it was Jinx. I can't remember who else we had. We had 2 others.
Jinx, Nahles.
Jinx, not, and I can't remember the last.
Yorick, Nidalee. Diana.
There we go. It was a champ that I hadn't seen in a minute. But we are now going to be waiting for 3 minutes until we can actually get into the game. Again, I apologize about the 400. I think our stream in total has been like 65% break and like maybe 35%.
1% off gameplay. So
haven't seen too much gameplay, but we'll have the gameplay coming up here in about 3 minutes time. Stay tuned. We promise you're getting gameplay this time. We'll see you in just a bit. Right now, just with this team.
All right, we're back here. So we're in the game right now. So
yes, we are. 2 minutes deep, as we see Raid Boss and Icy Ice Baby, the lane swap that we were informed was coming. Starting game number 2 has already come into effect. An early hook there. And a lot of damage done early. That's actually not some bad damage there for level 1.
Good chunk for Icy Ice Baby here. So, but we do see a Shaco looking for his bot, looking down bot, see if he can get ganked by it. I think he won't get it.
You see Ping and the Zareth just starting up their early game, getting some waves, getting some XP here in mid lane. Top lane, you've also got Malphite and Yorick near Malphite's tower to start. League's always an interesting game because the first like 5 minutes you can script out exactly what it's going to look like every single time, and basically nothing changes unless a player throws themselves away for the first kill. Generally speaking, and in which case you're watching my games and not Speaking of potentially throwing themselves away, this Shaco just walked into danger. There's a third here. We might see first blood early. Yeah. Yes, we will. Not getting the kill. Shaco goes down, and the Warriors have first blood. I'm assuming, again, based on what we saw in game 1, the very end there. It's a good start, though. That's good. It's a really good start.
What good flash play for Ray Boss, so yeah. It looks like Ian Tech wants to go more.
We are just diving into this tower.
Looks like they're tower diving here. Jinx will get the reset here, but he will go down.
Ooh, and Bo's in trouble. Bo is going to go down as well. So Cleary actually gets 3, 4-2 at the end of the day, which is good for Cleary. That's I mean, that is literally best case scenario.
Yeah.
For them, given the fact that their Shaco kind of just walked into a 3v1.
Yeah, so
just jumped into a mosh pit.
And not only that, Cleary now has the first feat, so they have a feat advantage.
Marcus, for viewers who may not know League of Legends, would you like to explain what the feat of warfare is, why they're important?
Yeah, so basically, if you get like the 3 feats, so the first one is the first blood, second one is get first to 3 kills, and then the third and final one is getting 3 objective. And if you get 2 out of 3, you get a 3rd tier upgrade, tier 3 boot. So yeah, so
just a free boots upgrade for whoever is basically the most successful in the early game.
Yeah. But sometimes it's not a winning strategy most of the time. So yeah.
See here, the Zyra just kind of dealing with the pressure, but might have walked right into death. There's the W from Jinx.
Yeah.
Zyra almost certainly will not make it out, and there you go. The Jinx gets the kill on the Zyra. Now the counterattack from the Shaco and the Ezreal.
Yeah.
SCIce maybe having to leave. Lots of damage coming out. Here comes Bo as well on the gank. Completely cutting off Cleary. They might get one here. It looks like things are slowing down for a moment. Still a lot of damage coming out here in the early game.
Good hook here for Ray Boss here, but he will get very But then again, IT Bo with the snipe.
Italy in the jungle, and it's already paying off. Bo 1-1-1 here in the first 5 minutes. Another tower diving by.
Yeah, they really let bot here and all.
They're gonna get the kill. Raid Boss might go down. Raid Boss will not. The bot lane has been disallowed from playing the game. I would, in the famous words of our normal league caster David, I would just turn the game off and go to bed.
Yeah.
At this point, that's enough for me.
You know what the saying goes: play safe, bot.
Ping, Ping getting one in mid. 6 kills in the first 5 minutes, 6 minutes for the Warriors, 10 kills in total. That's a lot of action for a league game in the first 6 minutes.
You know, I usually think league is like a slow-paced game, but right now, Indiana Tech is playing a very fast pace. You know, going for the KDAs and all that stuff. You know,
almost feels like a little bit of a limit test game, just trying to see how far they can possibly go. So far, they've only gone too far 4 times, and they've got 6 kills. 4 times against most, in most situations, not ideal, but in this situation works out. The Warriors have an early near 2K, just under 2K gold lead. Obviously no towers to report of yet either, but another 2v1 here in mid. There's the hook!
Yeah, really. And
down goes the Xerath.
Yeah, really good hooks here for Ray Boss here, but unfortunately he's getting the final kill, so, but then again, this trouble, so.
Scuttle going to the Warriors here. First wave of Void Grubs going to the Warriors. The Shaco is watching, but I don't think the Shaco is going to get involved here in any way, shape, or form. Not just kind of zoning him out. You see the Zyra and the Jinx here just kind of having a staring contest in the bot lane as well. There you go. There's your Void Grubs. Warriors get the first set of 3. This is something we've seen a lot, actually, where ICI's maybe just kind of alone in the bot lane getting tower dove while we go and get Void Grubs, get a neutral objective. Generally speaking, works out for him.
Yeah, but here's the benefit of it. Like, you're getting the solo XP, you know, you're getting all the XP to yourself, but the downside is you have to survive a 1v2 by yourself, so you got to play this really well, so.
Bo is just out here trying to steal away every last little bit of farm right in front of the Shaco. Zyra spots him. Bo almost certainly goes down. No!
Yeah.
At least for the moment, Bo survives. Bandit Boy maybe looking for a nice handshake here in the top lane. Gets good trade there. Both level 7. Big Boss is looking at this Shaco again. Just a lot of poke happening right now. Not a whole lot of action at this moment, which feels weird that we've We're sitting here at 8 minutes and going, this feels slow. This is normal league that we're finally experiencing.
Yeah. And we see here, Bandit Boy with Maiden, so doing tower damage. So.
And again, for those who are just tuning in, especially on X, because we can't change titles on X, Valorant ended in a forfeit. We didn't get a chance to get any Valorant gameplay on, so that's why we got League going on right now. Thank you for everyone tuning in on X. It's our first stream out here, so it's good to see everybody.
Yeah, well, thank you for all the support, and all that.
So you get League instead. We have the option basically to try and come in midway through a series in League. Rocket League as well is also playing. They're playing Carthage in NECC, their last game of the regular season. That's the battle between the two top teams in their division. Last I knew, the Warriors were tied at 1 in game 1. I believe that game's also being streamed over on the NECC Twitch channel, last I saw. But again, I don't have score updates on hand. We just know the game is happening. A little dive there going on for Cleary in the bot lane. Nothing to be mentioned. But yeah, in case you're wondering, yes, we do normally have webcams in the bottom left. We don't in this case because of the reasons I just mentioned. Cleary's going for first Drake here to try and get at least some kind of buff. It's Ocean Drake, if I understand.
That's a Hex Tech.
Never mind. I see. There it is again.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Yeah.
Yep. You know what, Marcus? You got it. I believe in you.
No, not really, but yeah. We see Bandit Boy is dominating this Malphite here with the Maiden as well. But we see IT Bo here with the gank. But we also see a play here, a bot lane.
Tower dive here for the Warriors. They will almost certainly get a kill. Yes, they will. The Malphite goes down. And the advantage grows for Indiana Tech. Now up to almost a 5K gold lead at 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's been like a slaughterhouse here for Indiana Tech, for Indiana Tech, so.
There might be another solo kill happening here in both in the River Times too. Now in the bot lane, Raid Boss continuing to hound down the Zyra. W comes out from Jinx and nothing there. Bandit Boy is gonna take every single plate from the top turret.
I mean, that's the key to Yori, play top, don't play for team play, just push. So that's.
I feel like that's just like the top lane experience as a whole. You just kind of you're on an island up there. That's a good stun. Shaco is on the way up through River though.
It's like
definitely has spotted the Yorick. While popping back to bot lane, you see Jinx going for some more plate. Ping kind of holding even here with the Xerath in mid. Quick little score check for you. Nidalee at 2-1 and 2. Jinx 3-2 and 1. Nautilus 2-1 and 4. 2 kills as a support in the first 10 minutes. It's almost kind of sad to see that many kills for a support.
Not only that, like, they're also up in CS. We can see Diana, Jinx, and they're up everywhere. Clearly, just hard to farm now. So
and there you see your first bounty being placed on Ping in mid. Now we go for the second wave of Void Grubs to try and get the Void Mites. 100 gold bounty on that Diana in mid.
Like IT is going to take all 6 grubs here, unless take a steal. Jinx,
there goes Jinx getting tower dove again. We just spoke about this last time the Void Grubs were up, actually. That's kind of the life that Icy Ice Baby has lived in the bot lane thus far. As you see some CC coming out at the Shaco. I don't think Raid Boss has found him now. The Shaco almost certainly goes down. There he goes. Another kill in the pocket of the Warriors. You see more bounties coming out. There goes Icy Ice Baby. He will eventually go down. It's hard to deal with the 2v1.
Yeah, you gotta dodge that route sometimes, but
speaking of a 2v1.
It looks like IT Ping is going to 1v2 them as well. Meanwhile, on the top lane here, IT Bo getting the Xerath.
On a killing spree already. Everybody except for the Jinx now has a bounty on their head. Capped off with that 150 gold bounty on the Yorick and the Diana, as we previously mentioned.
And we can see a chat word, so.
Bandit Boy just.
We can see Cleary is having fun with it as well, so.
All right, well, Ping has decided to talk. I don't know what's up with the League Spectate client, because we've tried this a couple times over the last couple weeks to turn chat off, and chat just simply doesn't turn off. The Spectate client does what it does. So we apologize for what you may or may not be seeing in the chat. Raid Boss going in for another kill in the bot lane. He's going to miss the Shaco there. And now things settle down. There's the Ezreal ult just going straight down lane. It doesn't hit anyone, but hits, I think, every single minion along the way as well.
He just wants to clear minion, so doesn't want landing.
Oh, big chunk there on Raid Boss, though. Here comes everybody for Cleary in the bot lane. You got the Zyra, you've got the Shaco, you've got the Ezreal. I see Ice Baby just trying to walk back. I think he probably knows what's going on now. Almost certainly going back. Ping just waiting in mid. He's gonna go for the Xerath again.
Yeah. He wants to kill.
He's gonna burst him down.
He will, yeah. Another kill here for Ping. Xerath's 0-4 while this Diana's 3-0.
12-5 your kill count. A 6.7k gold lead for the Warriors. We're not even at 15 minutes. I mean, it feels speechless at times. By the way, here's a 3v2 coming for Clear. They're going to try and get something. Icy Ice Baby very low. He'll go down.
But ITBO here on the flank.
Shaco cloning to at least get a distraction. Was that a 1-for-1? It was. The Zyra went down in the middle of the fight as well. Bo is almost certainly going to go down here. They're going to try and get one in response. There goes Bo. Raid Boss trying to get something. 1 HP left and he will go down. Best case scenario there for Cleary, they end up 3 for 2.
Yeah, but and their shutdown go for the Ezreal and Shaco. And this Ezreal is now 4-0. Maybe this is Cleary's win con here. Feed the Ezreal.
Yeah. Objective bounties, like you mentioned, also up now for Cleary. We talked about it a little bit there at the end of game 1. As soon as you see that that message show up on your screen that they're available, yeah, that's sad times. Ping looking to burst down again. I believe that's the Shaco.
Yeah.
That's the Zyra. Never mind. Again, not a league caster. Bear with me. It looks like a potential solo kill happening here in the top lane. Bandit Boy's going to get one on his own. Malphite goes down. Now Icy Ice Baby looking for one in the bot.
Everyone wants some action here, but Icy Ice Baby might go down, but he won't.
And there's your 3 kills right back in the pockets of the Warriors after giving up 3 themselves. You just decide, you know what? We'll just get 3 solo kills on 3 different parts of the map entirely. Mid lane tier 1 tower is gone. Tier 2 about to go as well. This is, I mean, after what happened to the Warriors last night against Illinois Tech, this at least has to feel good in some aspects.
I mean, this is a good little momentum for them going in next week if they want to consider that. So.
And a reminder, we are getting close to the end of the season. Playoffs, lands, the program itself is about to enter a period where we have 5 lands in 5 weeks in 5 different locations. So it is the fun time of year for the players, the fun time of the year for fans who enjoy watching their teams. On the academic side, I'm sure you can attest to this as much as I can, Marcus. Stressful.
Yeah.
Very stressful.
Yeah, it sounds like very stressful. You know, you gotta go back and forth. Plus gas prices as well. So
that, yeah, very, very true. Very true.
But I don't have a car, so I can't really.
Well, hey, you don't have to worry about one thing at least, right? Yeah, your gas prices are not a problem.
So
and the Warriors' gold lead quickly approaching, and it just barely under, maybe crossing now. 10K, there it is. 16 minutes in, a 10K gold advantage.
Yeah.
I wish my rank games looked like this. Unfortunately, it usually results in me being on the wrong side of that 10K gold disadvantage. Everybody's stacking up here in the top river, maybe looking for Rift Herald. A hook comes out from Nautilus through the bush, won't hit anyone.
Antec gotta be careful about this Malphite here. One Malphite could change the game here, but however, IT Ping is solo pushing here.
Yeah, the split push by. He's gonna get an inhib too.
Yeah.
But maybe not. Malphite's here. Oh, but immediately down to half health. Ping just gonna solo him. Gets the ignite off as well. Yeah. Now the Shaco following up. He's just gonna run away. I mean, that's a 4-level disadvantage there for the Shaco. You can't take that.
Yeah, this Diana is way strong now, so.
A 400 gold shutdown on her too.
Yeah. Looks like there's more help here for Cleary.
And Indiana Tech just looking to end things fast. Ping even thinking about a 1v3.
Yeah. Looks like he will get the 1v3. He will not get anyone, but he will do a lot of damage. Raid Boss hooked clone, which which is kind of hard to do, but however, Nilly will get the Shaco.
Another hook attempt. Yeah, the Warriors are just bearing down on every side of the base. 18 minutes. The first game was roughly 20 minutes as well. Top inhib is going to go. This is exactly what the doctor ordered if you're coming off a series that didn't go your way last night. There goes all the inhibs. That's 2 super minions in every lane, if I remember correctly.
There's 3. So
3? Okay.
Yeah, so.
See? Again, this is why we have Marcus.
Yeah. I mean, I used to be playing with this team as well, so back in the past, but
he knows better than I.
Yeah, but any attack doesn't want to end yet. I think they just want to get these objectives, to be honest. Just a little show about, but yeah.
Some more messages coming out in chat again. We apologize for what may or may not be said in chat, kind of out of our control at this point in time. The League client is, while the Spectate client is never without its moments, I feel like, when it comes to League of Legends as a whole. Never without its moments. Again, the gold advantage, I mean, it's a large number. Yeah, I can tell you that.
A 20k gold advantage here.
Yeah.
So. Probably the largest deficit I ever seen, to be honest.
This is a Warriors team that is gunning for that WHAC title in League. Preseason, Siena Heights was ranked number 1 team. The Warriors 2-0 them early on in the season. They 2-0 Rochester Christian, who I believe is the second ranked team at the moment. The Warriors, as I mentioned, I believe 5-0. They have to be 6-0 in WHAC thus far. It's been a really good season for the Warriors, and a really good story too, because you look at the team. You got a couple seniors here too. Bo's a senior. Icy Ice Baby is a senior.
Yeah. So yeah,
a little some fun last rides for these guys, regardless, as we bear down on the Cleary base again. Rift Herald getting popped for reasons of why not.
Yeah, why not? You do have 3 pushing lanes, so why not just put even more? There's Otacon if you really want to go for it, but
and it looks like the end might be fast approaching here for Cleary. That's a lot of minions everywhere. Rift Herald bearing down on the first Nexus turret. A huge Ezreal ult coming out. Everyone going down. I think it's 1 for 1 right now. A big Bo. No, Bo did get the 1. Now Bo goes down to the Ezreal. 2 for 2. But the Warriors still pushing through the Nexus turrets. Nexus now is exposed. Another one goes down for Cleary. And this is almost certainly game. They might get one more. A double kill for Jinx. There's the ace. This game is over.
Yeah, very dominant fashion here for any attack, you know. 2-0 them, so. And under 20 minutes, I believe, so.
Yeah, both games very fast. We are going to, hate to break it to you guys, we're gonna have an interview.
Yeah.
That's coming. But we are going to take one final, I promise, final break.
One final break.
We'll be back with an interview. We'll see you guys in just a moment.
And welcome back here. Today we're here with ITP. You know, congratulations on the win tonight. So how you feeling? Like it was a very dominant win tonight. So how you feeling?
Yeah, thank you. Feeling really well. Well, one more game go to in the WHAC. It makes us have a good feeling and ready to finish off undefeated for this season and go into playoff strong. So
yeah, we love to see that. You know, like try to get that momentum going up here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We also see in Game 2, however, we didn't really see much of Game 1, but however in Game 2, we do see a role swap with you and Raid Boss. What was the process going like? What was the decision making like? And how much practice were you doing?
Sure, so I've been playing a little bit of mid lane off competitive, and I talked to Jared about it, like, you know, if Game 1 goes very well, let's try it. So I locked in Diana mid and then kind of stomped on a little bit. Like, I think he went 0-7. It was a really good pick for Diana. I wanted an Azir game, but Diana was just looking really good, so yeah. It was fun.
Yeah. And also, hold up, you had 5 kills and one death. Like, that was really a solid performance, and also that 1v3 in the bot lane. That's what I'm trying to get away. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, and also not only that, we also see you chatting with the other team. What was that tension going on? Like, what was that like? Like, what?
I was just trying to keep it respectful. We're a very respectful team. We like to hold a high standard here, and you know, I don't like to have other players talk to other players with disrespect. So if you're gonna type to my players and my teammates, I'm gonna type back, and you're in the long game to be typing. So
yeah, you know, you got to defend your teammates and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, all right, well, thank you so much for having you. So yeah, so that'll do it for tonight's stream. Thank you so much for watching and all the support you guys have. We'll continue with next week, somewhere around that, I guess. But yeah, thank you guys, and tune in next stream.